include the Commissioner of Police, Garrison Commander, 6th Division of the Nigerian Army, Air Force Commander, Naval Commander, State Director, Department of State Services, State Commandant, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, and the Secretary to the State Government, Attorney General, and Commissioner for Justice. Others are the Chief of Staff, Government House, Commissioner for Health, and the Commissioner for Information and Communication, who will serve as Secretary. A statement signed by the Commissioner for Information said the task force will hold its inaugural meeting tomorrow at the Government House, Port Harcourt. Members are advised to be seated by 10:30 a.m. Rivers State Government has ordered the closure of the popular oil mill market. The government in the directive said it will arrest anyone who is found trading in the market. The closure is part of measures to curb the spread of coronavirus in the state. While the cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria continue to increase on a daily basis, some market traders in Rivers State continue to doubt the existence of the disease. When our correspondent sampled the opinions of some traders in various markets in Port Harcourt, they claimed that the report of COVID-19 in Nigeria was a medium for government officials to embezzle public funds. The traders who dismissed the existence of the virus said there was no cause for alarm.
I'm not saying that there's something like coronavirus, but I know it's not in Nigeria. They're using it for politics. Because, like when Ebola came, most of the governors they use it to make money. They're also using this one too. They're saying that they have some cases here. Like Ghana, they call it that many cases. Since then, the case of Ghana has not increased, but Nigeria own kept increasing every day. They are getting themselves richer by, let's say, the health sector will now get money. We go and treat those people. They will not pocket that money. To me, I feel that they'll just come and tell you, accept. Then they'll come back tomorrow and say that you tested negative. No more positive, they pay you off and you go.
I believe say the virus they better. When I say finish, I need they touch anyhow, and I need allow them to touch me anyhow. I need they shake hand.
We are not sick of coronavirus. This is the killers. What is coronavirus? It's a scam. They want to shop our money. How many people you don't kill? One. The person when they most say for face. Normal malaria symptom. Mosquito bite person. They say na coronavirus. So what concerns me with social distance? I'm a food city of Nigeria. They want to eat our money and they say COVID-19. What is COVID-19?
The Rivers State Police Command has been advised to play by the rules of engagement in enforcing the directive by the Rivers State government on measures to curb the spread of coronavirus. The chairman, Nigeria Bar Association, Sylvester Adaka, gave the advice in an interview with our correspondent, Uchendu Ejowo. Adaka urged the law enforcement agent to avoid extorting drivers, but should remember that they are only directed to disembark the passengers of overloaded vehicles.
Police should stay within the rules of engagement. What the Commissioner for Transport said was simple and straightforward. If you find any vehicles that are overloaded, disembark some of the passengers and let the vehicle go. It is not a means to extort money from public or the bus driver. So I will appeal to the police, of course, to follow the rules of engagement. Follow what the Commissioner for Transport has said. If you find an overloaded vehicle, disembark some of them and let the vehicle go. So,
local government councils in Rivers State have commenced moves to effect the orders of Governor Nyesom Wike to set up monitoring teams for the coronavirus. Our correspondent reports that authorities of Ogba, Egbema, Indani, Ikwere, and Akokotoro local government councils have constituted monitoring teams who are mainly religious leaders, heads of local vigilante, chiefs, and other stakeholders in the areas. The chairman of Akokotoro local government area, Roland Sekibo, urged residents of the area to comply with the directives of Governor Wike on the temporary ban on burials, weddings, and other public gatherings. Sekibo, shortly after setting up an 8-man COVID-19 containment committee, enjoined traditional rulers in the various communities to work with the committee to ensure adherence, just as he disclosed that the council has started the sensitization process. Some of the committee members, including Caroline Napoleon West and Aluye Briggs, said they are committed to combating the virus, just as they urged residents to look out for one another and report any case that will be noticed.
Take extra caution to look out for each other, not just yourself. If you see a friend, a sister beginning to cough unnecessarily, is having fever, at that point, you need to go to the hospital to do the needful. And what is the needful? When you go to the hospital, they need to check your temperature, they need to check you out, and then, if the signs and symptoms and what you present is looking like COVID-19, then the health experts will need to call the necessary event. That's why our own chairman has kickstarted what he's doing, and I think it is the right step in the right direction to ensure that our committee is set up immediately and work continues immediately.
We are ready to work since the governor has put it in place that free local government, no burials, no party, no weddings. We all are ready to work with him to make. Right now, if you go to the communities, you will see what we are doing there. We are trying to sensitize them. We are trying to make them to wash their hands. We are trying to bring out town criers to go around to announce to the people that this is what is going on. COVID-19 can kill.
Meanwhile, there appears to be a division within the primary healthcare workers in Rivers State over the ongoing indefinite strike called by the organized labor. While the Primary Healthcare Association of Nigeria say they will not be part of the action by the labor movement, the Medical and Health Workers Union primary healthcare sector says it is yet to decide whether or not to join the strike. The chairman of the Medical and Health Workers Union primary health care sector in Rivers State, Benjamin Emugedi, said no other person has been mandated to speak for primary health care workers in the state. Emugedi said his union will meet and discuss the issues affecting them, including the transfer of their salaries from the local government to the Primary Healthcare Management Board.
There are some group of persons being headed by one Daniel Ateme, saying that they are the leadership of primary healthcare workers, which I am here to tell you that we don't have any other leadership than the leadership I mount as the chairman of Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria Primary Healthcare Chapter. On the strike issue, yesterday I got a letter from the union, the Medical and Health Workers Union, which we called for an emergency meeting today, that we are going to deliberate with some of our members, and what the outcome of the meeting today will lead, either we join or we didn't.
The Rivers State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps says it is ready to implement the directive against overloading of school buses in Nigeria. Speaking with our correspondent, Funaya Bemendukwe, Public Education Officer of the State Command of the FRSC, John Michael, said there is an already established relationship between the FRSC and the National Association of Private School Operators. John said the State Command is already on the lookout for defaulting schools. He said while defaulters are not immediately arrested because of the presence of the children, the name of the school will be taken and be called to order.
Now, on the overloading of school buses with children, yes, that is also an enforceable offense, a traffic offense that we carry out on them. And our men, our operatives on the road, when they identify such, most time, because they are conveying children, we do not physically get the vehicle arrested because they have children in them. What they do is take the name of the school, right, and we send a ticket or call the management of such school to order, because these are children, their safety, is not well taken care of when they are being hauled in the vehicles like that.
You're listening to the World News at noon on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After this break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Do stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
And we're back.
Thank you for staying tuned to the World News at noon on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. Welcome back. Allow me now bring you the rest of the bulletin. The Imo State government has asked civil servants of 45 years and above to work from their homes as part of the measures to prevent the spread of COVID in the state. Speaking in Owerri, the state capital, Governor Opuzodima directed that all nightclubs, pubs and restaurants be closed down till further notice. The governor said only people on essential services that are within these age brackets will be encouraged to come to work, just as he promised to support them with programs that will ensure that the virus does not affect them. Governor Uzodima disclosed that the government has procured over 1,000 cartons of hand sanitizers to be distributed at ministries, departments and agencies of government as well as local government offices. The governor explained that the move is necessary to ensure that there is no outbreak of the coronavirus disease in the state. A coroner court in Ghana has ruled that late High Chief Obi Lulu Briggs died in Nigeria before his corpse was flown out to Ghana in an aircraft shattered by his wife, Senye Lulu Briggs. A statement signed by Chief Dumo Lulu Briggs spokesperson Sotoye Ujuye Dagogo said the coroner's court which was presided by E.K. Bans Butchway, based on the fact that the medical doctors in Accra were unanimous in their various statements to the Ghana police that late High Chief Obi Lulubriggs was dead at least 2 to 4 hours on arrival at the Kotoka International Airport Clinic on December 27, 2018. The statement added that Banners Botchway also said the autopsy report is inclusive and cannot be relied upon, even as she blamed the people on board the flight on the 27th of December 2018 of criminal negligence. Ejuye Dago said the coroner during a ruling urged Nigerian justice system to deal with the matter since he died in Nigeria and not Ghana. The spokesman of Dumo further added that the last week Friday's coroner court ruling also explained that the reason some persons never wanted a proper autopsy and inquest conducted into the circumstances surrounding the death of the Kalabari Ijo War Canoe chief. Now on the foreign scene, there is panic buying in South Africa as people stock up on food and other essentials ahead of lockdown tomorrow. The country has the largest number of confirmed coronavirus cases on the continent, with 554 cases recorded. The number of new infections and deaths is rising fast across Africa in spite of lockdowns, curfews, and travel bans. France says it will send special aid to the most vulnerable countries, many of which are in Africa. Prince Charles has tested positive for coronavirus. This is according to a statement from the Buckingham Palace. We will bring you more details as they unfold. And to end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was tested negative to coronavirus. Rivers State Governor has ordered the closure of the popular oil mill market to curb the spread of coronavirus. On the foreign scene, Prince Charles of United Kingdom has tested positive to coronavirus. This was the news as edited by Chinedu Iwuna. For comment and enquiries, please call 0815-341-8657. or 0814-434-3502 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. You can check us out on Twitter at todayfm951. I am Kala Kurubatubo. Thank you for listening and stay tuned to Today 95.1 FM. Stay safe.
Today's news, today's entertainment.